Bro, this dude is 22 years old and his racism is like racist in the same way that like a 70-year-old German guy would be. Stop with the Walla speaking und the Shisha. Stop with the Döner, please. Like, what the f? I'm saying it. Young German and voting far right.
Germany is heading to the polls. The stakes couldn't be higher. And under-30s could hold all the power as this snap election, called after the collapse of the coalition, comes to a head. I'm travelling across Germany to find out more about what's driving young voters in their droves to support the country's far right. From the party's staunchest supporters,
they came and spray stuff like Nazi and so on,
to those terrified of what this could bring.
And the last time that we saw it was in 1933.
And others who are looking to be heard.
If you don't inherit the wealth of your, filthy rich parents, then you're probably not gonna ever have the chance to buy an apartment or something.
Controversial issues are dividing this country.
If you don't like our country, then go home.
And the whole thing is playing out on...
Bro, they always, like, why do hogs look the same? They got that same, I don't understand it. Like, they just literally always look the same. What the, what is that? Like, what is about your personal politics that, like, when you go reactionary, you just end up looking a certain way? It does not make any sense. I don't understand it. Hold on. Let me try to stop mocking them. It's called the universally applicable aesthetic. It's just brain rot. So why does brain rot also like change the way you look too? Like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, it's not working. God damn it. I thought I could potentially try to fix the camera again, but it's not. It's not even. Okay. Well, we're still
on social media.
The alternative for Germany is indeed the one and only alternative for our country, our last option.
So you're doing the right thing, is what I'm saying.
Even bringing violence to the streets. This is young, German, and voting far right. In November 2024, Germany's traffic light coalition, made up of 3 parties, fell apart when the leader of one of the parties, the FDP, disagreed on the future of the German economy. Enter the AfD. The
Tea Party caucus, Tea Party style, Democrat Tea Party style, terrorist lover. I saw the proof. I just saw the proof. I waited 10 minutes to say it, and trust me, I like your uncle a bit, but you are not even funny. What a joke you are. Okay, that's a little contradictory, don't you think? Like, I'm a joke, but I'm not a funny one, I guess. Maybe I'm an unfunny joke. You are shit for this world. Keep getting that money, freak. Leave the world alone. You are poison, really, I swear. Racist? Fascist punk? Yeah, replay this with you shit mouth. It's true, bro. I don't care about any specific whatever. And bro, you make people hate trust. F you. Hasan, take it easy. Your mind is middle or try to be. We all need to take 2 hours shit once in a while. Leave the evil nonsense alone. Don't answer. Shut up, idiots. Ban all handguns. We need military law. Hillary fan here. Kappa. Trump 2020. Donald 2020. This is a joke, lol. George Bush 2020 Kappa. Bush 2020. Knut. Trump hot. This guy had such a good nature about him and is now so angry. Knut 2020. Buck Cerny Fanders. Buck Fernie. Buck Fernie. Buck Fernie. Buck Cerny Fanders. You know he's a German chatter because he can't even say CNN. Bro thinks he'll go to jail. Yeah. Okay. I love this guy. I love this chatter. This is one of my new one of my new favorite chatters. I wish I had such whimsy in my life. Yeah. I'm angry, but not even entirely certain as to why I'm so angry right now. You are terrorist lover. I saw all the proof I need. I like your uncle a bit. He's got the reason about the crime growing and the immigration. Uncle. I like your uncle. Well, I waited 10 minutes to say it. He's back to the Kappas. He's back to the Kappas. I love this because He did. Like this banger that he put forth, he waited 10 minutes to write this. Uncle! This is awesome. All right. Please don't ever leave space_destroyer. I like this man. Keep him to observe. Yes, we will keep him. I will never ban him. Who are you voting for? Space Destroyer. Sorry, bro. GG. Space Destroyer, who are you voting for? Quick, tell me. Please, don't leave. Tell me who you're voting for. I don't care. The People Party. You have to have an opinion. No one. Never voted. Wait, what? Breaking, I interviewed Hamas. You have no emotion. Look what this man did. Jesus Christ, dude. I still think he's a federal agent. How old are you? I'm 25. Never voted. Only when I was 18. Yo! So you just don't care about politics? Wait, if you don't care about politics, how the do you find yourself in this community of all communities? Like, even in the past, like around, I guess the American elections was interesting enough for him. I love when we find a new guy. This is definitely a guy that is new. Also, yeah, I don't care about politics. I've never voted. I have no political opinions. Also, you're a terrorist lover is the perfect distillation of like what most people who call me a terrorist lover or a terrorist lover, like what their political understanding of the world is. That is perfect. Like that's exactly what it is for the most part. It's like people that come in here and it's like, I actually don't have any opinions at all. I'm alone, got no life. Wait, Hasan, I'm not stupid. Oh, don't say that, man. You're not alone. That makes me sad. Okay, now I feel bad that okay, well, chatter, I am not the bad person that you think I am, but you know. But let's make peace. Let's make the peace. Okay, I'm back in. All right, let's continue with this.
The right political party, led by Alice Weidel, was formed back in 2013 and has adopted a
Be nicer to people, chatter. It'll make it easier for you to make friends.
platform based on German nationalism with specific concerns over immigration. Its name, the Alternative for Deutschland, is exactly what the party wants to do. Set itself apart as an alternative.
You see, he called you a racist, fascist punk, so he's not really into politics. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Yes. When you think I am a racist, fascist punk, then yeah, you probably don't know anything about politics.
To what it calls the political elites. And it's working. In last year's European elections, the AfD became the most popular party amongst young Germans, with almost a third voting far right in some parts of eastern Germany. First-time voters are going to have a big impact on this election, and there are almost 2.5 million of them across Germany. And the AfD are running with it, using TikTok to pull Gen Z voters from their traditional left to the right. Videos from the party are being watched by 3 times more people than any of the other political parties combined. And big names like Elon Musk are publicly backing the party, bringing them a global attention. I started my journey in Germany's capital, Berlin. Renowned globally for its unique nightlife, divided history, and multicultural...
That's crazy. Look.
Renowned globally for its unique nightlife, divided history...
That's a Galatasaray scarf. That's a Turkish man right there.
And multicultural communities. It's here where back in 2015, then Chancellor Angela Merkel welcomed almost 1 million migrants from Syria, in an act largely applauded at home and around the world. Politically, this place has always been pretty liberal, despite being in the heart of East Germany, a former Soviet bloc and once cut off.
So a fascist is promoting a fascist party in Germany? Okay, wait, what? Oh, you're talking about Elon Musk. I thought you were talking about me. I'm not promoting me.
It's often felt forgotten, and that's what the AfD is hoping to capitalise on.
Martin. Hi. George, nice to meet you.
Hi, George. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'm meeting Martin. He's 27 and chairs his local branch of the Young Alternative.
I recognise her. Yeah.
The former youth organisation of the AfD that was recently dropped. The German government branded them extremist, but the AfD said they broke ties to restructure their party.
The jobs are...
But despite that, Martin is still campaigning for the AfD. I'm meeting him in the affluent neighbourhood of Charlottenburg. Oh, and he's also brought along his uncle.
What's it like being a young
Another uncle, but a good one, yeah.
politician in somewhere like Berlin that's been seen as
you know, kind of more to the left than the right. Is that hard sometimes?
Back in the days, yes, sometimes, because we have a strong Antifa groups here in Berlin, so they attacked us many times. There are some middle fingers, but or
which is a crime in Germany, which is a crime in Deutschland, I'll have you know. And I got them arrested. They kept calling me German Rittenhouse. They kept saying, Kyle, my name is not Kyle, it's Hans. It was very messed up, yeah.
Something shout stuff like fascists or something else. They came and spray.
Yeah, his name, my Name ist Rudolf, after the reindeer, because I also have the rot nose. Yeah.
Stuff like Nazi and so on.
Were you scared by when that was happening? Were you scared after that? Were you scared to go out and campaign?
You want to keep in mind that you are fighting for a good reason, so it's you push it away, so something like this. Dankeschön.
And there might be topics like migration. It's a topic that people disagree on a lot. Do you understand why some people who do disagree with how they feel?
Sometimes people say young people and also gay people are more left and green, but not in Germany, not today. And they are really
I'm very gay and I love the AfD.
Conservative, they are patriotic and they vote for AfD. I have 2 friends, they are gay, and they lived many years in Neukölln, a part of Berlin with many Turkish people and people from other Muslim countries. And they had problems when they go over the street holding hands, and that's a problem, of course, for them.
Martin's been creating social videos since standing to be a politician. His styles help build a big following.
We do something different in
Yeah, he's woke, okay? You see, he wants the Turks out because they're not woke. But also, he's not woke. And neither is the AfD. So how does that work? Again, racists love talking about the bigotry of brown people as a negative, while simultaneously they're like, yeah, we want to make sure the bigotry, the homophobia, and all the other hatred is kept in the hands of the Germans, right? We don't like it. We don't like it when the Muslim, when the Islamofascism is doing the homophobia. Or we like it ourselves. We will keep it for ourselves, for the folk.
Social media than the other parties. Our first topic is to be authentic in social media because we don't do like TikTok dances or something else what other politicians do. We only talk to the people, especially young people, in normal ways.
It's not just your traditional TikTok videos that the AfD's messaging is being pushed on. Music is also a huge way to reach these young voters. With Track from Italian DJ Gigi Agostino being adopted by the far right. And it's not the only music to do so. Cavalier's 22. His music's been removed from some streaming services for hate speech. Tracks like Doocy Doocy.
Oh my God, bro, they have their own 4G auto blow. Oh my God. Yes, mein Vater owns the automobile dealership down the street in Kreuzberg, yeah. And I use all the monies to make sure I make the video.
And Alpshiba Hotmeister have built him a big following from other pro-AfDers, with videos racking up millions of views.
Yes, ja, mein Name ist 4G Autobahn.
What sort of topics are those forbidden topics that you cover in your music?
Yeah, talking about the big European problem, in my opinion, like migration. And also topics like the LGBTQ, not I wouldn't say problem, but there's like a lot of things going on with those LGBTQ scene clubs. So there's a lot of framing on this topic from the media, like LGBTQ. It's okay to be woke and to be gay. I mean, it's okay. to be like this, but not the media framing like 24/7 to say, be like this.
This gotta be a big Asmongold fan, dude. Yes, as doing the gay stuff in the clubs, the gay clubs, the LGBT clubs, yeah. Not good, yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Every time I go, they're so sexy. All the men, they're so sexy. My lips get red from the sucking. I can't stop the kissing. I'm always kissing and kissing and kissing. I hate it. I hate the Vogue and the gay.
Or if you don't like that, you're an or something like this.
So shall we have a look at some of your music?
Yeah.
And then you can talk us through what you're discussing. What should we go for? Doozy Doozy?
Yeah, sounds good. Doozy is the name of the remigration plane. Go into the plane and then goodbye. Okay. We don't need you here. Yes.
Why is he dressed like that? Bro, have you heard all the Wallomant in Germany? It's an app that will ask you a series of questions, about 38. Depending on our answers, it will tell you which party aligns more with your views. I gave it to one of them and they turned out leftist. I have not
This is
heard
about
of this
deportation, essentially?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about like stuff like stop with like Walla speaking. Yes. Stop with like smoking shisha everywhere. Yeah.
Bro, this dude is 22 years old and his racism is like, he's like racist in the same way that like a 70-year-old German guy would be. Stop with the Walla speaking und the shisha. Stop with the Döner, please. Like, what the? Yeah, he's 22, by the way. Chatters. Kein Shisha, bitte.
Yeah. A typical stereotype for like Arabic guys.
Do you understand some people might be upset if they're gay or they're from a migrant community about some of the things that you discuss? Is that kind of, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Gay community or like left-wing community, they are always anti to everything what we do because we don't have anything common. I don't think this.
Despite those showing the strongest support for Germany's far right, not all young people have decided who they're backing. This is the centre of Berlin, where a stretch of the Berlin Wall once cut the capital in half. I'm meeting Simon and his friends for a night of stand-up comedy. Good to meet you all.
How does stand-up comedy in Germany work? I feel like, no disrespect, but I feel like Germans are not particularly and intentionally funny people. You wish you were as coherent as this dude? Facts.
Nice to meet you.
Simon.
Nice to meet you. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Simon's big on TikTok, posting videos aimed at other Gen Z voters about the election and politics in Germany. Shall we go in?
Is he a lib?
Follow me. Do you know how you're all going to vote? Or are you still undecided?
You really have to convince people to vote in order to stop something you don't want to happen. It feels like there's a lack of...
I feel like a lot of German progressives are just straight up libs, right?
voting for something because you believe in it.
I don't know, like it's very difficult, and that's I think a big problem in Germany.
What sort of issues do you care about? What things are important to you at the moment?
I think the most important thing for me, and I think also for a lot of young people, is social inequality. I think most, if not all, young people feel that the upwards social mobility is basically gone to zero. You can study as
EU is very left in general. Come on, brother. No, they're not very left in general. They're very lib in general. Many European Union politics is so insanely slanted to the lib center, which is part of the reason why there's a massive resurgence of far-right politics now.
As long as you want, and if you don't inherit the wealth of your filthy rich parents, then you're probably not gonna ever have the chance to buy an apartment or something.
Oh, sorry. When I'm talking about lib, I mean like liberal from the American perspective. I don't mean liberal and like European. The European left is like American liberals.
It's not an issue that we're scared of immigration, really, but scared for our friends. Okay. Because
America is pretty much 70% left, right? Yeah, totally.
What sort of experiences?
We're such famous. We're famously very leftist in this country. Our left party wanted to do, like 30% less deportations. So That's the best position you can get to.
If your friends had bad experiences in the run-up to the election?
They had a sticker in their house with remigration, like in their area everywhere, and just like talking badly to them because they don't speak German that well. Stuff like that happens all the time. And it's people that have been here for generations and just have like a last name that doesn't sound German or don't look German, and those are the ones that all the anger is directed towards, which is so unjustified. Yeah.
They feel this chaos and they can't really place it. And then the AfD swoops in on TikTok and tells them, you know, it's the foreigners, it's the feminists, it's the you know, it's the communists, it's the people in Berlin, you know, the people up there that cause this. And this might swing young people.
How is the European left like the American liberals, or did I mishear you? No, I'm saying that a lot of the European progressives, a lot of the European progressive youth are still, they have a lot of American liberal style tendencies, especially when it comes to European, like Europe foreign policy, or even now, I mean, I guess like maybe not on attitudes of immigration. They're like Ezra Klein style liberals. Yeah.
In one, you know, in one direction. I totally get why someone who maybe is not living in central Berlin or in Munich or whatever.
You view everything from the lens of America. It's not about America. Yeah, because I'm an American and my audience is mostly Americans. I'm trying to explain to Americans what European politics resembles. Also, make no mistake, do you think I have this false notion that America KKK is in any way, shape, or form progressive or left-leaning? Hello? What left alternative is there in the United States of America? Like, I spend probably 6 out of the 8 hours of the day shitting on every facet of American politics. The one time I turn around and say, yeah, a lot of Euro style, like a lot of Euro left is also kind of like liberal adjacent on many key issues. And everybody goes, oh, well, what about your country, huh? Ha, ha, ha. I got you good, yeah. You don't know, stupid American pig. I know, dude. I know. We don't even have healthcare. They'll kill you if you advocate to raise the minimum wage. What do you mean?
Why they're just like, you know, maybe screw all this, I'm not voting. Or who are feeling, I just want to give the biggest middle finger I can give to the ones up there, to the elites. Yeah. And the AfD is coming to them and they're saying, I'm your middle finger. Vote for me and I'm sticking the finger to all of them. And I can totally understand why someone would feel like that.
What was the reaction when you found out there was going to be a general election? Were you like freaking out with all that?
When the news broke and the German government fell apart, we were at the opera. And
I think it was also the same day that Donald Trump was re-elected.
Yeah, it's a big day. And before the opera started, I was like, on which break do you think the government is going to fall apart? And then the second one it did.
You know, one of these AfD guys came to my door to give me a flyer. I opened the door, he saw my face, and he left. You made it! Well done, well
Before we leave for the night, I've still got one more question for Simon. You and your friends being served a lot of political content, whether it's ads from parties or speeches from certain leaders. I mean, is that a big thing that you're exposed to on TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, TikTok has been disregarded by by most of German politicians and parties until I would say around about a year ago. But the far-right party, the AfD, they have been doing TikTok on a very high level for years, and they have a head start that is unimaginable. They have more followers than all other parties combined. If you create a new account, how much content by the far-right party, by the AfD, and by its politicians, how much content you see compared to how much content by more left-leaning parties you see. You can't really escape it.
One of those who's been instrumental in the success of the AfD on socials is Eric Achens. He claims to have developed the way they make their content so good.
To have an impact, you can't just be a regular politician who talks about politics. You cannot just post your parliamentary speeches and, you know, talk about the economy or whatever. Ugh. You need to be a real world person, someone from the streets. And this is how we And at the same time, though, larger than life. So you need to be a social media star, basically. You need to be real and approachable. And at the same time, you need to be larger than life. And we are living in revolutionary times, and social media is changing everything and the way media works.
And with a young leader like Alice Weidel, who's also an engaging speaker, it's no wonder that AFD's videos do so well.
Alice Weidel, the head of the AFD, she has a real fandom around her. Like, there are a lot of people who are fans of her, and it's like a people cult, like a fandom around one person, one politician, and that.
Bro, how is, like, come on. Donald Trump at least is literally a TV star, okay? And he's unironically very telegenic. He's zesty as he's very telegenic. Like, Germans look at an accountant wearing a turtleneck and go, oh mein Gott, ich kann nicht glauben, this is the greatest television star, she's beautiful. Oh mein God. How can you develop a cult around this, dude? How is that even possible? I genuinely don't get it. She looks like the lady that did Theranos. The one that changed her voice, Elizabeth Holmes. Like, what is this? Your job is the exact opposite, but yet the exact same aesthetically. Don't pretend that's not exactly your job, too. Maybe some more political thought and a longer because there's a format on the opposing side, but you're the same. I'm confused as to what you're saying. But if you're saying, like, yes, make politics more approachable and more palatable, yes, that is, in the most reductive terms, that is what my job is. She has more riz than most people in the Bundestag. Have you seen Scholz? Yeah, I have. He is the bad boy. He is known as the bad boy of the Bundestag. Did you not see him standing in the corner of the podium? He is a bad boy.
That's very unique because there is no other politician in Germany at that moment who has a fan base like that, like creating videos. The algorithm of the platform works for like polarizing, populist speeches very well.
These videos are having a real-life impact. I'm heading 200 miles south to Erfurt, the capital.
Do you realize that Germans are watching you and you are doing the accent? Yes. Because I realize that Germans are watching me and they're thinking in that accent. And when they speak English to their mobile phones or the desktop monitor, yeah, they sound exactly like this. They're like, Hasan, that is not how I sound. Why?
Capital city of the German state of Thüringen. Thüringen has always been a right-wing stronghold. After all, it's where the Nazis first entered regional power in 1929. In 1935, Adolf Hitler staged a mass rally here that was attended by 75,000 people. Today, the regional branch is led by Björn Höcke, a controversial figure who was found guilty and fined for using a Nazi slogan on 2 separate occasions. The regional government now classes the Thüringen branch of the AfD as a far-right extremist group. I'm meeting Azra, Kim and Helene. They're second-generation immigrants who are watching the place they call home
they gotta be woke.
Become more hostile. The girls are German and have lived in the area for most of their life.
Was Höcke the one that was the German teacher who, like, denied the Holocaust, or was that a different AfD guy? Or was he also one of the AfD guys that also denied the Holocaust? The answer, yes, doesn't really whittle it down. Yeah, oh, he's the history teacher. Okay, oh, that's the one. Yeah, he's the worst one, right? Out of all the AfD guys, he's literally like the most annoying one who's like, oh, I didn't mean that. By German law, you can officially call him a Nazi without going to jail. Yeah, that's a cool guy to have as like the most prominent figure in your party, as you basically substitute him with a symbolic figurehead that does slam dunks on TikToks and SJW-owned compilations who is a lesbian woman who lives in Switzerland with a Sri Lankan wife, so that you can be like, what do you mean? AFC is not racist. I mean, look at my lesbian. Meanwhile, the other guy is literally doing Hitler speeches in German, in the original German. She said, I'm not queer. I just live with a woman. That's awesome.
But are increasingly getting scared about their safety.
I came to Erfurt with my family and we just went shopping and we were talking in Turkish to each other and someone behind us said, ah, scheiß Ausländer. And this is something which I still, which is still in my head and which I can't just forget. And what's hurting the most is because I was born and raised here. This is my home. This is what I know, and I'm not foreign here, even if I maybe look that way. But
so, what's that like when someone basically makes you feel like you're not German? And
the song that they were playing, the reason why it got popular for the AfD crowd is because they sing lyrics to it. And the lyrics associated with it is what is it, like Ausländer aus, right? Like foreigners out, or like foreigners out, Germany for Germans, foreigners out. That's what they sing at the protests as well. Like they briefly showed it without really explaining it. But yeah, immigrants out, Germany for Germans, immigrants out, which is straight up a Nazi take. Now, the reason why I say this for Germany specifically is the same reason why, for example, the AfD is very careful about its language. They specifically don't say deportation. They don't use the term deportation. They use the term remigration. The reason why they use the term remigration as opposed to deportation is because deportation is the Nazi policy. So considering that they're in Germany and a lot of that stuff is either directly illegal or reminds people of Nazi policy, that they have to do this very funny song and dance around it. Yeah, libtard Hitler shit. Exactly. They're woke Hitler. They rebranded deportations.
You're German. You've lived here your whole life.
yeah, I mean, it's putting me into another identity crisis somehow.
Right now in the election, we have people on the top who are praising to taking away the citizenship of people. And the last time that we saw it was in 1933.
When you hear words like remigration used, when you hear politicians on the right talk about immigrants in ways that, a lot of people would find upsetting, how does that make you feel when you I don't know, you're on TikTok, you're on social media, you see these sorts of videos, you hear people use these words?
It makes me angry. Of course I'm asking myself, okay, my mom doesn't have a German passport, what can happen, or things like this. Of course I get these things into my mind, but it's making me sad that the politicians nowadays are mainly focused on this topic, migration, as if we would not have any other problems. And all the problems we have is because of the people which are trying to survive, to come to Europe. And this is what I will never understand.
I want to show you a video. So this is from a rapper called Cavalier.
Here, what do you think about this hate crime rapper? That's so funny. Hey, I want to show you this hate crime rapper that says you ain't shit and you should be killed and remigrated. Yeah. His name, Foji Autobahn. But she just when one of the popular German parties says they use a thesaurus to avoid sounding like they're copy pasting their speeches for Mein Kampf. Yeah. But also not changing the language that much. You know what I mean? That'd be really funny if he showed them not the 22-year-old German idiot and instead showed them Tom McDonald. What do you think about this guy?
And I just want to get your reactions.
How many
views does this have?
Almost a million.
Almost a million. Oh, that's so scary.
It's scary that people can take this serious.
Is Germany a place that you'd want to stay living in?
I mean,
Yes, we're fighting together.
Yeah,
I think it's not the question we should talk about.
I learned about that Türkümüz song from your stream, and I didn't know it was a far-right nationalist thing until my Turkish friend heard it and had to tell me. Thanks for that. I literally told you guys that Turkish trap song that I play is like an insanely racist, far-right ultra-nationalist song. I play it to make fun of it all the time.
So I think...
Wait, what did he ask
Living
them?
in?
Wait, did he play the racist song and then went, "You still want to live here?" He's like, "Why don't you just get out on your own? Why don't you just do remigration? You know, before they get to you and force you to remigrate. The old German way." That's
We're fighting
crazy.
together. I think it's not the question we should talk about. So I think it's more about, because this should not the answer to leave, it should the answer to find a solution for humanity, I guess.
This is our home. Like, we were born here, we lived a big part or almost our whole life here, and I don't know, like, why should I leave my home, or where should I go?
I've come to the city of Potsdam, where one of the AfD's last pre-election events is taking place, just 2 weeks before the big day. But the counter-protests have already begun. Here, hundreds are gathering to openly show their support for the party, something that would have seemed unimaginable just 5 years ago. Backing the far right is no longer taboo.
Square in the middle of Potsdam where the rally is taking place, and it's kind of an unusual feel for a political event because it's a bit like a party. There's lots of loud music, lots of dancing, and unusually for an event like this, I guess, lots of young faces, and a lot of them are right behind me.
See, yeah, they're playing the...
Migration ist das Wichtigste, weil schon seit Jahrzehnten die Geburtenrate.
Kind of crazy. This is in the former East Germany. It's not that crazy at all. It is the same principle that I maintain all the time, which is that when you don't actually develop areas and you basically leave them behind, and there is insane economic inequality, that creates a perfect opportunity for radicalization. That's all this is. Like, what do you mean German birth rates drop, bro? Look at you. You're the reason. You're unfuckable, Hans. Look at you. You're gross. Anyway, listen, my point is, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense for an area like East Germany, that even after reunification did not like adequately develop to basically create this perfect environment, this perfect volatility that causes causes people to be hostile to liberalism and react in this way. East Germany was bought up by rich West Germans, and they don't pay taxes. East Germany, so many are still poor as the areas were never developed at the same pace. Yeah. West Germany destroyed the GDR industry. Young people went away. Nazis went to the XDR and used the socioeconomic hole. Same old fascist playbook. It's funny to see German Nazis because they just all look like Richard Spencer. Like they straight up look the part.
In Deutschland so niedrig ist, dass wir Deutsche immer weniger werden. Unsere Regierung versucht das auszugleichen, indem sie sich kulturfremde Ausländer nach Deutschland.
Yeah, culturally clueless foreigners who don't respect the endless bounty of German culture.
Importieren. Und das ist aber keine Lösung.
Dass ich mich auf der Straße wieder frei rumlaufen kann, nicht Angst haben muss, dass ich mit Messer bedroht werde oder vergewaltigt werde.
Yeah. I would like to be exclusively raped by Germans, please. I do not I do not like to be fearful of the concept of migrant sexual assaults. I would like the folk to be able to do the sexual assaults instead. Like, what kind of attitude is this? What kind of statement is this?
Aufgrund der migrationspolitischen Themen, also das ist für mich sehr wichtig, dass man zum Beispiel auch in den Nachrichten andauernd sieht, die ganzen Terrorangriffe und alles. Es muss ein Ende haben.
Außerdem geht es ja auch primär darum, die Ausländer rauszuschicken, die kriminell sind, die sich hier nicht integrieren wollen.
Ich meine, für einen Auszubildenden bin ich ein gut verdienender Auszubildender, aber ich kann mir keine Wohnung leisten, weil die Migrationspolitik da am Weg.
Migration is the reason why I can't have good rent. Because all the migrants, all the first gen, second generation immigrants are landlords, famously.
Weg steht. Ich zahle mich dumm und dämlich für eine scheiß Wohnung.
Just a day after the rally, hundreds of thousands of Germans marched in cities across the country.
It's actually unbelievable how many EU races believe this. It's literally what American races also believe. They unironically think that their rents are going to go down if there's mass deportations because they're stupid. Their anger and frustration is valid if it's directed towards the actual financial problems that they're experiencing. The issue is there aren't that many active or popular parties, or at least in America, there isn't really any party that actively addresses those problems and offers solutions. So guys like this come around and they're like, yeah, your rent is up, isn't it? Yeah, it's because of the kebab shops. That's what it is. It's because of the migrants. How long have you had issues with your recording device? Ashish? What? What issues do I it's fine. Am I crazy? Does it look different on screen or something? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, the camera is like, yeah, the frame rate is bad. I know the frame rate is bad. It looks weirdly pixelated when the cam is small. Wait, does it? Is the camera overheating? Wait, well, let me see. Let's put the quality on 1080p by 60. Oh, it does look like there's like a weird artifacting happening. It's like too sharp. I mean, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. I think you guys are exaggerating. I can't fix the camera because I can't access the program that tethers the camera to my computer. It just like doesn't work for some reason. So in order for me to change the settings of the camera, I would have to manually do it on stream, and that's going to be incredibly complicated. I don't know why it says connect Lumix to the PC. It just like doesn't even read it. It doesn't even read that the camera's connected to the PC, which is odd. Oh, wait, it worked. But I can't use the other. Yeah, the other camera doesn't even read. It basically doesn't exist. It's only the second camera that actually. It only reads the second camera. I'm going to fix it after stream. You probably can't pull info because of OBS, right? No, that's not the reason. Not trying to be an obnoxious chatter, but as a hostlog editor, you've done really well not swearing as much, but that has kind of fell off the last week. My bad. I'll try to get better. On OBS, if you click on scale filtering, it might reduce the noise. What do I do? Point? That's worse. That made it worse. Bilinear. Is that better? I think that might have fixed it. I think scale filtering bilinear fixed it. There you go.
In protest against the AfD. Whatever the results of this election, it's unlikely to bring an end to the current political division across the country. With
God damn, we did so much German news today. Holy shit.